Good morning, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Destiny, and today I am going to be doing a what sold over the weekend / ship with me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't know if I'd be making this video today. After I shipped on Friday, I had one sale that day, and then I had 0 sales on Saturday, and it was getting a little nerve-wracking. So I had taken some time off to do with family and stuff, so I was trying to list as much as I could. I filmed those throw-up videos so I could go ahead and start listing that stuff. And Saturday afternoon, I think it was, well, Thursday night I dropped prices, didn't make much sales, shipped a couple things Friday, but Saturday I decided, I think it was in the afternoon, that I was going to go ahead and send out some aggressive offers. And if you didn't notice this, if you use Poshmark EBay, so Poshmark has done away with the $5.95 shipping, at least for me. So my Poshmark EBay would send out the 20% off with that shipping, and since they took that away, it was just sending out the 20% off offer with no discount on the shipping. So I did go adjust that to do the $4.99 shipping. And then I also on Saturday, sorry, I got something in my eye. I did on Saturday go ahead and send off 30% off offers with discounted shipping, and then I think 40% off without discounted shipping. So, that's a lot to say. So I pulled everything here. It actually turned out to, some of the sales started rolling in, and then I decided to just start taking offers. Pretty much any offer I got, unless I had just listed it and it was kind of ridiculous. So there was like 2 I declined. I think one was an $8 offer on like a $30 item, and the other one was some Prana men's pants I had just listed for $49, and I like to sell those for around $30 at the minimum, and someone or $25 at minimum, I guess, but someone offered me $20. Since it was such a slow time, I did counter $25 and they did not accept that, but someone actually bought them for $35, so really happy with that. So let's just jump in. This will kind of be all out of order. I have sales on Poshmark, eBay, and 1 on Curtsy. I would have had 2 on Curtsy, but they canceled. Curtsy, notorious for that. No Depop, no Mercari. So I did have several offers on Depop. Nobody paid though. All right, with eBay, the first thing that sold is this vintage wool sweater. It's from ThredUp, 200 pounds, not a recent one, but I have had it listed for a while, and someone offered me $14. I had to look and see. It did not have a brand, and I don't even think it had a size, but it was wool and it was like a nice style, so it's fine. Got these mailers I'm going to use are from Package Mint. I actually bought them on her Imperfect sale. You can get them on Amazon, but I honestly think they're kind of pricey for the quality. But, I mean, it's not bad quality, but they just rip kind of easily. They do have really cute patterns, though. And since I double bag, I'm not super concerned about it. But anyway, that's what these. And then I do have a code down below that I do with Shipping Hip. These are about the same price as these, but the quality is a lot better, in my opinion. But they ship for free, and you get 15% off with my code. It's just whatever. I know with Poshmark doing that, a lot of people are looking for mailers. Shipping Hip is not going to be your cheap option, so just putting that out there. This is going to Orange, Massachusetts. I do have one eBay sale I'll just show you. It just sold, and I had them in a pile to go ahead and wash because I noticed that on the cuff there it looks like somebody stepped in like water or something, and there's a little bit of something, so I just want to go ahead and wash them before I ship it out. Next, if you've watched Ship With Me, I sell one of these airy bras every so often. I have a ton from Boutique by the Box. Someone offered me $11.25 for this one. It's just the Smoothies line, and it's a size 36C. So I'm happy to move these out. I did have $5.40, but I had these a good amount of time now, so I am ready to move them out. I did have one super exciting sale come in. You can probably guess what it was if you watched my ThredUp 200 pounds. This sold in just a day, maybe 2. So we'll get to that one in a second. This is going to Locust, North Carolina. These are also, I think, from Package Mint. These ones, I don't really have a preference on the small ones, but okay, next is a pair of Prana, and I have to be careful because I photographed and listed quite a few pairs of men's prawn I had gotten from Helpsy, and several pairs sold. So I just have to check the size. Okay, yeah. These are the Zion stretch pants in gray, which I sold 2 pairs of, but these are in a size 31, 32. And I actually made enough room getting rid of my priority supplies. I can fit my scale right beside me, and I don't have to bend down into the floor. So I am excited about that. Alright. I did not pre-weigh stuff today, so you guys will just have to bear with me as I weigh it. These Prana pants, I had an average cost of goods of $6.71 into these, and they are selling like hotcakes. These sold for $36.75, but I think the person might have used my coupon, so they could have gotten, I'm pretty sure they did. They got 13% off of that price, so probably closer to $32, but really happy with that. And this is going to Salina, Kansas. I think these are also from Package Knit, these American patriotic ones. I haven't found a good men's poly mailer that I like, but those will work. Next, if you watched my 2 for You sale, or like where I went to the consignment sale and paid $2, these are from that. Because sales were so slow, when someone offered me 20 on those, I went ahead and accepted it. They're a pair of Abercrombie 90s relaxed jeans in a size 0 extra long, and that was another factor in taking the $20 offer, because that's a very specific size in my opinion. And these jeans are heavy. They weigh almost 2 pounds. It's a lot of fabric for a very tall lady, and I don't think it's going to fit in there. Let me grab one of my bigger mailers. I do actually need to, I am just making a huge mess over here. I need to order some more of the big mailers. Shipping Hit, these are Shipping Hit, and I do like this size, but they are pretty pricey, so I may just find some on Amazon. But like I said, the quality on these, like, I can't even stick my hand through it. So I noticed when I get packages, like I've ordered from other resellers, like, and they use big poly mailers, a lot of times there's holes in them when they get here, and I don't really want that either. So if you know a really good quality, not super expensive mailer that's the big size, let me know. This one's going to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. I think I said that right. If I didn't, I know you all correct me, thankfully. My Rolo printed an extra label, which occasionally it does that. Sorry for the brilliant camera work here. Oh, I guess I need to turn it back on first. Thankfully, super easy to reload. Oh, come on. I say that and then it's acting crazy. All right. Then we have, I think, a couple more eBay sales. Okay, just one more that I'm going to ship today, and it is the sale of the weekend. It is the Johnny Was kimono I got in the Thread Up 200 Pounds box 3. I'm going to use my Shipping Hit mailers just because it is a little more thick with this one. I saw comps all over for this. Like, new with the tag, I saw people listing it for up to $300. Solds without tag, I saw all the way down to $80. I believe it was. This thing is thick. I'll just go ahead and use another big mailer since it's an expensive sale. So I listed mine at $199. I do have an eBay sale running, and the person offered me $110. Now, to me, that was a great offer because I think it was already marked down to, I don't know, but it wasn't a bad offer, honestly. And I didn't really know where comps would stand with this. With sales being hit or miss, was so happy to get that offer, honestly, and I accepted it, and that will pay for a really good chunk of my Thread Up 200 Pounds because I paid $330-ish for it. I charged $10 for shipping on it, which the buyer paid, and it's going not super close by, so I'm paying $10.71 and I charge $9.99, so that's okay. It's going to let's see. Oh, it's just wanting me to add extra protection. I have $100 insurance on this, but because it's $110, it was recommending I pay $3, which I don't really think is worth it. But this is going to Richmond, Utah, so that's fine. So happy it is going to a new home, and that will cover a good chunk of my investment. I haven't listed a ton from that yet, but I wanted to get that listed right away to hopefully make back some money. All right, these jeans are the ones that sold. They're from my $2 sale. Oh, these were new at the tag, so I can't wash them. Wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't even put new in the title. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to ship them like this. They're really not bad. It's just like a little watermark on the bottom. So if the person has a problem, usually I would write it out, but it's not even that noticeable. I just happened to notice it when I was taking measurements on this. So hopefully the person will just wash them when they get it. But if there is a problem, and they can reach out to me, but I don't want to take the tag off to wash them. I'm glad I noticed that before I just threw them in the washing machine. Did you all notice that eBay did start their automatic feedback? That's been really nice. So I had 2 negatives. They're over a year old at this point, but so I was at like 99.2, I think. So now with the automatic feedback, I'm all the way up to 99.6. They should be falling off soon, I think, but I don't know. Okay, let me grab a mailer. So these jeans sold for $18.75, but I know she used my coupon, so it was like $16 something. So hopefully she enjoys. These are the American Eagle low-rise flare jeans. So I only paid $2 for everything, so not an amazing sale, but I knew with the style it would be an easy sale. And these were a 4 short. Okay, I wanted to show y'all with these mailers. You see how when I was putting that in there, that just ripped super easily. So that's not like, I do have an affiliate code with Shipping Hip. I get like a really small kickback, and I don't really care what mailers you all use. That's just my honest review of Shipping Hip. No, Package Mint mailers. The Shipping Hip ones, like I said, a lot thicker quality, but these work if you double bag. I would suggest having something probably in a bag if you're going to use this kind of mailer. All right, this is going to Evansburg, Pennsylvania. All right, that's all our eBay sales. Definitely a Poshmark heavier weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Curtsy one real quick though, because it takes a little bit. So someone offered me $12 for this. It is a Forever 21 like midi skirt, and I got it in a thread up 200 pounds, February of 2024, I believe. I don't think it's been listed that long though, because I think it got put in the death pile being Forever 21, but I liked the style, so went ahead and did that. And when I got the offer on Curtsy, I went ahead and accepted it. And yeah, it was not, I get $9.89, which is kind of a bummer because you can't cash out for free of Curtsy unless you make at least $10. And my sales are kind of sporadic over there. I did see I actually have another offer on Curtsy, so this is going to East Lansing, Michigan. Maybe I should go accept that and see if the person doesn't cancel. Let's go over to Poshmark. Now you are going to see I took some lower offers, like I said. So there's one item in particular that went for so much less than I was hoping for, but we'll see. All right, let's accept this offer on Curtsy and see what happens. I usually get a text if it's like goes through, and then I'll have to pull that item. All right, that's loading. So let's go over here. All right. Oh yeah, it went through. Okay, so we'll grab that when we're done. The first thing is the other pair of Prana pants. These just sold this morning. And these are the stretch Zion pant, but in the gray color, but these are a men's 36 by 30. So And I have so much junk in here right now, if you guys can see. Like, there's the thread up boxes I need to move. There's a bunch of stuff right here that's just donate I need to take out. Then that whole rack is basically full, mostly full of stuff from the consignment sale. Not to mention the death pile I already had. So when I go to pull that item, you guys are gonna get a show, I'm sure, if I leave that in. Poshmark, now we have to use our own shipping supplies. If you guys have found, like, if you've tried out the free supplies from the post office and it worked for you, let me know. I'm thinking about ordering some boxes. Mailers, I'm not too worried about. Maybe the bubble mailers? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said, someone offered me $35 for these, and they're going to Sausalito, California. I think that's right. All right. Next up, this also sold this morning, so I'm hoping accepting those offers really got my store back in the algorithm, or however you want to think about it. These are some Hannah Anderson cotton PJs, and these are the family matching ones. If you have kids, you know. And these I got from Britt at Britt's Boxes. She had like a Christmas box. And these sold for an offer sent to me of $17, which for kids' pajamas, really happy with that. I think I had just relisted them, and I have the matching doggy outfit, so hopefully someone else gets that for Christmas. I would put it on my dog, but it's like a medium or large, I think. And she only weighs 25 pounds, so she's a smaller dog. These are going to Boston, Massachusetts. Next, I have this pair of J. Crew lamb's wool gloves. These I've had a while. They came in a boutique by the box, J. Crew Madewell accessories lot that I had. Actually, I think I'm going to use one of these padded mailers. And I had $4.28 per item. I made my money back a long time ago on this. Someone offered me $13. So I was happy to accept that. I think too, now with this cheaper shipping, maybe the offers we get will be maybe better because the shipping is $2 cheaper. And maybe people are more willing to make offers since it's not quite as much. I don't know, that's what I'm hoping for. These are going to Deer Park, Texas. I also have a spaghetti squash in the oven, so I need to move through this fairly quickly. Next, this has been listed quite a while. It came from a Jamar box, if that tells you, or I have Helpsy, but it wasn't. It was Jamar, I think, or Cozy. And it was their American Eagle box, and someone offered me $5 for this, which I accepted because I've had this listed like 800 days, I think it said in my spreadsheet. So that is too long to have something. And hopefully, like American Eagle tops, I mean, I'm not expecting miracles out of. This is going to Woolford Heights, California. Hoping to get some work done today as well. Like I homeschool 2 of my kids. The other 2 aren't old enough yet. So I already did school this morning with the kids. It's about noon. So we're gonna eat lunch after I do this. And then I'm hoping to do some more photographs because I photographed quite a bit the other day. I had it in my drafts. I think I have like 10 or 12 drafts left maybe. But regardless, I'd like to photograph some more and get that going. The next thing, I've had this quite a while as well. This actually came from, it's a Free People like fanny pack or belt bag. This came from this consignment sale that I sell at, but this was the first time I went and I did not sell there yet. So I paid, my average cost of goods that day was $9.34. This is one of the stragglers of stuff I picked up. I thought this would do so well, but I think I just had it overpriced, hoping for more. So someone offered me $20 and I definitely accepted that. I'm still making a profit and I don't think this cost that much to begin with, but I could be wrong about that. This is going to Thousand Oaks, California. So wow, several Californias right in a row. And everything I sold on Poshmark today, it seems like it's bright and like pretty and fun. Well, not everything, not the men's stuff, but the women's items at least. Okay, next up, This sold fairly quickly. I think I may have just relisted this. This is a 100% cashmere Madewell dress. This came in my thread up 200 pounds from July. Someone accepted my, I think it was the 30% off offer, or maybe just the 20% off. It did have discounted shipping of $32. So I made $24. I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, these mailers are not agreeing with some of these packages today. I feel like the Pyvek ones definitely fit things a lot better. Let me try a different one. I have some randoms down here that might work. I don't know though, this one's pretty. Maybe if I roll it a tiny bit. Suck the air out of it. There we go. So this had, I think, either just been relisted or it was about to be relisted. I'm not sure, but can't really beat 100% cashmere dress. It did not seem to have any. I checked it over really well for holes and I didn't find any, but it did have a little bit of pilling, which of course I disclosed, but it wasn't bad. And I'm happy with that amount. We have, this one's going to oh gosh. I'm afraid to even try to say this. Duryea, D-U-R-Y-E-A, Pennsylvania. If you're from Pennsylvania or you know how to say that, you can let me know. I know I butchered it. All right, let's keep going here. All right, next up, this is a mossy oak long sleeved, like quick dry shirt in a men's 2X. This came from a friend of mine when she was shopping the bins, and she would send me like bread and butter stuff that she knew I'd like to sell. And it sold for $15 with discounted shipping, and my computer's deciding to freeze, which wouldn't be a ship with me if my computer did not try to make me lose my mind. But I think it's gonna work now, maybe, we'll see. All right, and this is going to Ashdown, Arkansas. And I had $2.82 into this. She had just shopped the bins and then let me pay her cost doubled, basically. So for her time, which worked out good for me, but she since has done some other things in life that she's not doing that as much now. So that's fine too. Fun while it lasted. I saw this had also been listed a long time. It is the brand Hot Rogue. It's a dress in a size medium. This sold for $21 with discounted shipping. I don't know where this brand is sold. Maybe Nordstrom or something. Came in a thread up 200 pounds. It had been listed for around 800 days, so well over 2 years. And I think I had this listed very high at like 45 something. So I'm glad that it is out of my life, and it took up quite a bit of room in one of my boxes, so good all around. Hopefully they love the dress. It's going to Wilsall, Montana. I've had some interesting, a lot of like California today, but also, you know, like a Utah and a Montana. Okay, I still have several sales, so I need to keep it moving here. Hopefully the computer agrees with me. Next is this Lily Pulitzer dress. This is the Gianna swing dress in this like purple with, I think it had llamas on it or something. Yeah, llamas on it. This came from Boutique by the Box, and someone accepted my $40 offer with discounted shipping. I did have $20 into this, so I make $30.50, so not a great profit on this, but I think on the box overall I'm doing okay. I think it's been 2-3 months since I did that, so I guess I need to get you all an update. I thought about doing a random box update, like just do several boxes and just tell y'all how they're doing. If you're interested in something like that, let me know. There's actually been a couple I didn't even unbox for you guys. I thought I would just share because they did decent. So let me know what you think down below, or if you just want me to stick to this kind of video. And this is going to Jacksonville, Florida. Imagine that, Lily Pulitzer going to Florida. Now, I think, no, not yet. Okay. This is a J. Crew, which is one of my favorite brands to sell. Floral top. It's just a little blouse, so I wasn't expecting a lot for it. It sold for $14 with discounted shipping. This came from Rachel at Wholesale Thrift. I think I usually link her in my description, maybe. But she is a great place to get bread and butter if you're interested in that. I haven't ordered from her in a little while just because I've had a lot of other opportunities, but it's good when there's dry months like in the winter and stuff for me. This is going to Olney, maybe Olney, Maryland. So hopefully that person enjoys it. Okay, then next I think is the sale. Yes, this one is a little bit disappointing. I know in my video I had hoped this would sell for a good amount. It is this Lily Pulitzer maxi dress from my July Thread Up 200 Pounds. I did see comps of $100, but this is an extra small and sales were slow, and I know I don't have to explain myself to you guys, but I'm just giving you some of my reasonings. Someone offered me $33. When I had sent out my 40% off, it would have been like 40 something dollars, and I decided I just wanted to take it and get my money. So if you would not have done that, I totally understand, like if you wanted to hold out. But I don't know how popular this dress really was. And that's the only thing you can learn, you know, once you list stuff. It didn't have a ton of attention. It had quite a few watchers on eBay, but, you know, no takers. So cash in hand for me is better. This is going to San Antonio, Texas. I know I have a bundle order coming up, but I don't think it's yet. All right, the next thing that sold was this pair of Buff Bunny leggings. I grabbed these at a Goodwill. My average cost of goods that day was $4.88, and someone offered me $13 for these, which was a little less than I was hoping for. No, I had $5.59. I must have been thinking of a different day. But so I'm still making a little bit of a profit, but it seems like Buff Bunny does not do as good as maybe it once did, or these were quite a statement color piece, so that may be some of the issue. This is going to Deer Lodge, Montana, so, okay. Something going on in Montana, people are shopping. Next up, this is a box I thought about sharing with you all at some point. I bought the Hidden Gem from New Source, which used to be Helpsy, and that box I was actually really impressed with. It was 2 pairs of APL sneakers, 5 pieces of what seemed like newish Lululemon, and then 5 random activewear pieces, which those were okay. I did get 2 Viore pieces, another Lululemon, I think, maybe an Athleta piece, and something else I can't remember, but that was actually a decent box. I don't know if it was worth $18 or after I used a code. I have a code with them, and then they have shipping and stuff. After all that, it was like $14 per piece. I don't know how worth it will be, but we'll see. This one, these are the Vita Pink is the color, stretch woven shorts. They seemed very new, like style wise. Okay, had to restart my computer. If you hear my dog barking, it's because FedEx is outside. The baby got woke up, but my sister was over, so she's dealing with that for a second. I think we're finally gonna get this done, maybe. Oh, come on. Alright, so these Lululemon shorts are going to Concord, North Carolina, and I literally have like 3 packages left. It's always when that happens. My computer's out to get me. I probably will have to upgrade at some point soon. Okay, I have 2 other sales and then a bundle, so I'm going to do the bundle last. We have another pair of men's Prana pants. These are the 5-pocket stretch Zion pant or something like that. And these sold for $34, which I think that was the offer I sent. I don't remember. That may have been the 30% off offer. These sold really fast too. Like, I listed all these last week. I still have maybe 10 pair left to list, so I need to do that. It's just like, I don't know if you guys do this, but I get a little bored sometimes, and I need to have better discipline with myself about just getting stuff done. It looks like these, my computer is still taking a little time to do things. Looks like these are going to Denver, Colorado. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it, like, this computer is pretty old, but I know you guys love hearing me just rant about my computer every video. Let me go grab the thing that sold on Curtsy. Perfect time. I'll just show you all and not torture you through the process of trying to print that label. All right, one other thing. This sold pretty much instantly after I listed it. Maybe I listed it too low, but it's this Lululemon lightweight stretch run. I don't know, you'll see the title, or no, you'll see the picture on the screen. It didn't have a size, so I just put it was around a medium because it was, I think it was like an 8. But I couldn't find one with the measurements exactly like mine, so I just put a medium. And then said to see the measurements, obviously. But this came from the $2 sale and sold, like I said, almost instantly for $24 with discounted shipping. I don't, like, even if something's new, I just send offers on everything. So if it gets likes right away, it does that. And this one's going to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then we're going to talk about the bundle. Go ahead and pull up Curtsy for my own sanity here. All right, so for the bundle, it is a 4-piece bundle that the person liked all these items, and then I put them in the bundle, sent her an offer, and she countered my offer. So I have a Prana women's summer wave bottom in medium, something floating around in here, and then a Prana Baja bound top in a size small. Both those came from Healthy Source with different prices, around $6, $7 each. This is a Revolve Sanctuary top. It's called the Peasant Blouse. It's floral. And then these 100% linen Athleta shorts came from my friend who would shop at the bins. I had $1.94 into those. I offered her, I can't remember, it was like 60 or something with discounted shipping. And then she countered me at 50. So I went ahead and accepted that. I do kind of miss having boxes for bundles, the easy boxes, but that's okay. Like I said, I think I'm going to order some maybe today. So I make $40 back on this. And I had $6 each into the Prana stuff, or maybe 7, so we'll say 14, $1.94, and then for the Athleta shorts, and then the other thing came from ThredUp, so I'd say $2. So $18-ish into everything. So not bad, not amazing, but not bad. And this is going to Bend, Oregon. And the thing that just sold on Curtsy is this. The brand's called Beeson River. I don't know anything about that. Probably need to check this weight. Yeah, that's a little over what Curtsy kind of estimates your weight. But it's called Beeson River. And it was a size 3X. I grabbed this at the bins in Nashville without really even, like I said, knowing anything about it. So I didn't have too much into it. I'm not making a ton on this, but I will at least get to. With Curtsy, as soon as it gets a postal scan, you get your money. So at least I can take my amount and not have to keep it in Curtsy. I did have to upgrade. Like, I just have Curtsy set to pull in my Poshmark listings and then it relists them. And so it estimates the weight for me. A lot of times it does good, but like this, it had 8 ounces and it weighed 10. So I just had to upgrade it to a 12 ounce rate. Someone offered me $9 for that, by the way. So I make like 6. So that is everything. I'm so glad I actually had a video to make for you all, shipping out around 30 items, I think, at least 25. And I'm really happy with that. Let me know how your sales were this weekend, if you did any measures to help yours along. And I'm hoping to post this video today, Monday, and then I will be posting the 4th box from my ThredUp this week as well. I don't know if there will be any other videos, but I'll see you guys soon.